Scientists are giving robots biological bodies, biological brains, and the ability to eat biological matter. You may ask, why would anyone want to do that? And that is a good question. It all started with EcoBot. This was one of the first robots that was capable of consuming biological matter, and it's been applied to things like pests. There's versions of it that can eat things like flies and slugs, and there's even been the proposal for mice. This is a form of robot that can convert biological matter into fuel to run the robot. Yes, a predatory robot is a little bit disconcerting. The military actually made one that could eat grass. People made a big deal about it and said that it would eat bodies, but that never really came to fruition, but you probably could do it. Now, when it comes to making robots that are made out of biological matter, often lab-grown tissues, well, that has progressed a lot. It's been done for around the last decade. There are reasons why you would want to do this. It provides a test subject that is not an actual person in research. Granted, researchers have also been trying to perfect locomotion in these kinds of robots, so it gets a little bit weird. But if you have biological matter, why not give it a brain? In fact, researchers have run into exactly that issue. Yes, you can build a robot using human muscle tissue, in this case made of cardiac tissue, and you can operate it. But unless it has a brain to operate those muscles, as it should in a body, it doesn't work very effectively. And this is the concept behind their robot. It uses cardiac tissue, and it has two wings that can be operated independently using an onboard computer that mimics the brain, and they've even thought that it could be applied to undersea exploration. I mean, to be clear, there probably are much easier ways to make a submersible robot. I mean, you can make cyborg pigeons, you can make cyborg fish. I don't know why you want to go to the lengths of using human cardiac tissue, but it is an option. Some researchers wanted to take this quite a bit farther and see if they can create a mind for the robot, teach it to walk, and see if it will remember to walk. In order to do this, first they have to make the bones for the robot, the scaffolding, and then from there they can move muscle tissue into it and allow that to grow. But something still has to operate it, so they have to add neural tissue. That neural tissue is also going to need to grow throughout the muscle and innervate so it can operate it. And yes, not only did it learn how to walk within the robot's body, but it remembered how to walk over the course of 2 weeks. However, it did not stay alive very long because, that is brain tissue that is outside of a body. So it's missing some crucial things like an immune system and skin. The point is that it worked. You can create a biological robot, and that robot can have an onboard computer that's made out of biology. It's kind of like a lab-grown animal. Now, this field is very new. We've only been able to do this for a few years, and researchers have only just figured out how to keep things like brain organoids alive for years rather than days or weeks. So we as humanity are still figuring out how to optimize this, but one of the cool areas, in my opinion, is lobbing organoids together to make an assembloid where you can have things like a brain and eyes and a nervous system and a gut and a heart. And yeah, it's kind of like a homunculus, I'm not gonna lie there. They kind of look like this. And of course, we are still figuring out how to effectively feed them, because we are talking about organic components. So you can't just feed your biobot electricity. So I propose research is combined, and we just go all the way into inventing animals. Let's take robots that are capable of fueling themselves using organic matter, and combine those with biological robots which need fuel that could consume organic matter. If this all seems like the closest thing to Frankenstein that you've ever seen, just remember, researchers in UC San Diego put a brain organoid from humans in a spider bot, and also a dog bot. There are now data centers that run on human brain tissue because turns out they can be useful for computation. I hope you've enjoyed this. I will keep you up to date. In fact, you have no choice. Follow for more.